Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? Just getting me some coffee here from my coffee pot. Mm. Oh, man, I needed that. And getting ready to head out the door. We're waiting on Fred this morning to come down here. And, well, I pulled the trigger on a couple of things. One thing, I sold off some cattle and brought in some new cattle yesterday after I finished putting all the grass down. Now they're talking like we might have a chance for a little bit of rain. It's a brief chance, but if it comes through, it could be a problem. But Fred and I, oh, well, looky there. There's Fred right there coming down the road. Fred and I have to do some work today out in the fields. We've got to, in case it rains, we've got to get that, got to get all that hay put up. But also, I pulled the trigger on that field and I bought that field. So, yeah, we got to get that planted today as well. What in the world is Fred driving? Well, that's a Massey Ferguson. Isn't that snazzy? Holy moly. Wow. Good morning, Mr. Fred. I don't remember you owning a Massey.
Well, morning, by the way. I failed to say that.
Oh, no
No,
good. No worries.
so they're able to fix the cat. They've got it. Well, they're actually getting along on it pretty decent. They've already got started.
Oh, well,
But
that's good.
uh, I went to hook up the case four-wheel drive to this, and it's just a little too big of a tractor to pull behind it. I got it hooked up, and turning corners, it kind of, if I'm not careful, connect dots. I got to take wide corners. So I went
Ah,
back and asked if I could get a loaner or something. And this is the only thing they really had that wasn't overkill.
right. Well, I know they
Uh,
had a whole bunch of big, large, high horsepower equipment, but yeah, your planter doesn't need 400, 500 horse in order to make that work.
no, no, that they ended up leasing to me. It was a $10,000 or $11,000 down payment for a lease program for it while they're working on the cat.
Well, that's
And
that's better than my 20,000, my friend.
true,
Yeah.
but no, they said a customer from a couple counties over or something had came in and talked to him, and I just said, "Hey, I found this tractor over here at this dealership. It's out of state. I kind of want it. If you're able to get it here, I'll buy it from you." It showed up, and then they backed out at the last minute,
Oh,
and
man. Yeah, I
so
can
they,
understand that.
yeah,
Huh. So they must have had it sitting out there and it was the perfect size for what you needed, huh?
yes, sir.
Awesome. Well,
Uh,
uh, it's kind of a
hey,
snazzy looking tractor, you know?
yes, sir. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna take a little walk away. I've got a phone call from the dealership and might be talking about the shop fee or something. So I got to take this call real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Well, while he's doing that, we'll go ahead and get over here and start getting the equipment out and getting things a little bit on the ready side. I've already got things hooked up and done. After I got done with the mower, I just went ahead and hooked everything back up. Of course, I went ahead and fed the cattle and stuff like that, so this part of it will be done. There we go. And we'll go ahead and just get this pulled out of here and ready. While he's having his phone call there. And I'll go ahead and get the other tractor out with a tedder on it and have it ready as well. There we go. Okay. Good old 3020. Man, this has just been a great tractor, let me tell you. It has always done us a good job. I've always been impressed by it. Very, very impressed. Okay, well, let's see here if he has finished up his phone call. It looks like he's still on it. Yeah, well, like I was saying in the beginning there, I went ahead and I sold off some of my cattle and I got some calves. That helped pay for it. Of course, I did have to take out a big loan. I mean, massive loan for that field. And Fred and I have talked about it. He said he'd help me get that field planted and taken care of. So that's what we're going to do after we get everything raked and tedded, and then we'll come back and bale it. And I think we can get everything out, done, and in the shed before the chance of rain happens. But, you know what? Thinking about that, I kind of wish I had another cap tractor for Fred, but we'll have to ask him which one he wants to run. Once he gets done with his phone call here, we'll skirt by and let him have his conversation. Yeah, that's, I just don't have another tractor that's got a cab. All I got's the old A now. I don't have very many. On a side note, I called a beekeeper, and he has started bringing me jars, and we've been filling them up with honey. I've got beehives here and there spread around. And yeah, that has been relatively lucrative here recently. Very, very impressed with it. Well, looks like Fred's going to be a minute, so I'm just going to pause it here, and I'll come back once he's done. Hey, Mr. Fred. Well, I see you're done with your phone call. Good news, I hope?
Yeah, they're taking everything apart, getting all the stuff gathered up, and they thought the crank looked pretty decent, so they sent it off and it all got inspected. They took mics to it, balanced it and all that stuff, made sure it was all good. And the crank was salvageable, so that'll save me a little bit.
Oh,
I mean, not enough, but still, it's something.
hey,
So,
every penny saved is a good deal. I'm glad to hear that. That's a positive.
yep.
Uh,
They,
Losing
they
money
said,
is a negative, but, something going positive in the midst of it is always good.
yep. The way it stands now is rods, pistons, of course, all the main bearings.
Right.
Oh, they told me that they're gonna do all new valves and the heads. Just you know,
Yeah, the
they've
normal.
they yeah, because they said when they pulled the head off, there's a couple that looked like they had gotten burned or
Oh,
something, and they're leaking a little bit. So I'm gonna not a ton, but it's gonna be close to a brand new engine without the price of the brand new engine.
right. Well, that's
So,
that's not a terrible thing. I mean, it's better than it could have been. That's all that matters.
yeah, it's a little weight off the shoulders, thankfully.
Yes. Well, would you like to run the tedder or run the windrower today?
Um, yeah, I'll do the tedder.
You
I'll
run the
soak up
old
some fresh
tedders?
air. I'll soak up the fresh air.
Alrighty. Well, I did go ahead and put a CB on there. My handheld is laying up there on the side, so just be aware of that. That way, if we needed to, we could communicate with each other because I know that doesn't have a cab. And if you get tired of listening to that poor old John Deere drone, you just let me know, okay?
Alrighty. Um, with that being a cabless, you all right if I grab? I've got a headset laying in the back of the cab on that Massey. I can grab it and plug it in. That way, I'd hear you a little better.
Yeah, by all means, you betcha. You go right ahead. I'll let you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and head on down to across the railroad tracks and start the the windrowing process then.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you here in a couple.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Well, we got everything lined out, so let's get ourselves over there, and we'll get to windrowing all of this. He's going to grab his headset. I didn't even think about that, but I knew I wanted to be able to communicate. So, thankfully, handhelds are a thing, and we have them. So, yeah. We'll get over here, we'll get started, and yeah, he can just follow us up and down with the tedder, and at least this part of it will get done fairly quickly. And then we can get on to bigger and better things like planting that field before it rains. It's not the biggest field I've ever seen, but the odd shape of it is going to make it interesting for us both working on it. I'll work out some of the logistics while we're getting things worked up here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the center first, and then I'll run the outside afterward. So we'll just go ahead and open this up. Yeah, perfect. And we're just going to run a line right down the center here, and then just work it back and forth. There we go. Drop her down, and away we go. I think that is going to work out just fine for us. Kind of follow my lines here and just pick everything up. You know, it's not a very big windrow that we're making. Like I said, this did not produce near as good as I thought it would. But every little bit is better than nothing. So I'm not going to complain about it. That's for darn sure. I'm looking to see here. Yep, here comes Fred with the tedder, so we're good to go. Well, anyway, I'm going to time lapse this. I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Hey, everybody. Whoop. Didn't get my head turned there quick enough. Well, we're down to the last little bit here. We're getting everything situated. I know Fred has just been roaring along and hasn't really said much about, running that. I think he's either really enjoying it or he's getting really tired of being in that tractor. I have missed quite a few spots here and there. It's been a while since I've run one of these, like this. But it is difficult when you get these little itty bitty corners and tight areas, and yeah, it can be challenging to say the least. There we go. We got the rest of it. all nice and neat. And that should do it. Fred doesn't have too much to go to catch up here. But I'm going to go ahead and get this put away without running into his Massey. Mr. Fred, got your ears on?
Yes, sir.
How you looking out there? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
All right. I imagine that thing's probably getting a hair bit low on fuel, or I know it was about 3/4 of a tank when you started, and it ain't got a very big tank.
No, it was actually at a half tank when I started.
Oh,
I'm down,
okay.
I'm down below a quarter now, but I'm doing all right.
Okay, well, I just making sure. I think that should be it. Looks like you're not having any issues keeping up there, so. When you get done, go ahead and fill it full, and we're just going to park it inside that shed I brought them out of.
Gotcha.
And I think we should be ready to go over and start working on planting, I do believe.
Alrighty.
So I'll just I'm going to kind of try and make sure everything's ready for us to go, and I will see you here when you get up here. And like I said, just back it up inside the shed here. It doesn't matter where, because I don't store anything in here like I used to.
Okie dokie.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to go ahead and put this away and get it kind of parked back in its little hidey hole in this shed. I think that's a good place for it. We can leave the 30-20 over where in the other shed, because the only thing it really gets used for anymore is maybe to run the like windrower and the tedder. It doesn't have that much it does. But I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready and pulled out of the shed here, and we'll see you here in a few. Well, Mr. Fred, how was it? Did you get her all done?
Yep, not too bad.
Good deal. Well, are you ready to go do some planting?
Yes, I am.
Alrighty. Well, let's saddle up, get over there, and let's see if we can't make a dent in that. It looks like it's clouding up for rain, so we're going to have to put the wheels on. Yeah. There's a back field to this place, and I think I'll have you start back there since you've got a little bit smaller planter. But you got to cross a little low draw area, and then it's a wide open area up there for you. And I'll start on the main field.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Well, let's get over there and get to it, shall we?
All right.
Alrighty. Well, we'll going to have to use the 9 or the 8R here. Well, the 410 one more time to do a little planting. It might cost me a hair bit more, but when it comes right down to it, if it costs a little bit more, it costs a little bit more. We're going to try to get this planted, and I hope we can beat this rain, because if we don't, and all that work that we just went through will be for nothing, because then we'll have to let everything dry, flip it over again. And I really don't want to do that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's just part of life. We're going to make more money off of what we're doing planting than we are that hay, but that hay's going to come important for our cattle, and Fred's cattle for that matter too. I'm still working on coffee, let me tell you. That is a staple. I've learned we got to take this corner right here a little on the slow side. That's got a heck of a dip in it. But this will be interesting, this new field, to see how it pans out. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned and maybe a hair bit nervous about it. I have not got my soil sample done for it though. So not having a soil sample for it is, I don't know. I'm taking a gander here, taking a guess, and hoping that we come out on top and for the best. So I guess we'll just have to see what it brings for us. I see Fred is having no trouble keeping up in that tractor of his. That's a nice, I have to admit, that is a nice looking Massey Ferguson. I mean, our planter is a Massey Ferguson, but I don't think that particular tractor that he is running is strong enough to pull it. I think. I don't know for sure. Here we are. This is our field here. Now, we haven't done anything with it. I don't know what's been done before, but we're just gonna guess, you know, and we're gonna hope for the best here and see what we come up with. This is quite the entrance because it enters out into a different part of the field. We'll go ahead and move out of the way so that Fred can get in here too. Alrighty, well, let's see what we got. See how it looks here. Mr. Fred, got them ears on?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, I will, I guess just take an edge and work your way all the way to the very back of the place. There's an area back there, and we'll just kind of meet here in the middle somewhere.
Alrighty. Do you want me to go do that small piece back in the trees first?
Yeah, well, I figured you'd just work your way back there. So yes, by all means. I'm just going to start by going around the outside perimeter here and see what we're dealing with. It looks to me like I should have come over here and smoothed this a little bit. It looks pretty rough, but I think both of our planters should be able to handle smoothing it out enough to make it viable.
Yeah.
At least I certainly hope they are. It's kind of different being in this tractor versus my normal one.
Yeah.
Now, this is a loop we're in right now, just so you know. This doesn't go all the way to the back. You have to go there from the entrance. You have to go south through that little narrow strip to get to the rest of the field. I didn't know if you'd been out on this property before or not.
Right here. I find it. I find you.
Alrighty.
I figured so I didn't throw a wrench because our planters are different sizes. I figured I'd just come back here and try to do this real quick.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. There's a pretty good sized little chunk back there. You know, this is pretty good sized up here too, but it's a lot larger of a field than you would expect.
Yeah.
It's just all these little creeks down through here break it up into, well, frankly, kind of oddball shapes. Yeah. But it's, from what I can tell and what I saw on the plot map, it's a pretty good field.
Well, it looks pretty darn nice back in here.
It is. Well, and the soil appears to be good soil back there, but you know, I couldn't tell you that without having somebody come out and analyze it for us.
Yeah.
But alrighty, well, I'll let you get to it. If you have any issues or need anything, just holler at me. Oh,
alrighty, will do.
Up by the road, if you end up working by the road, there are guy wires coming off of the telephone poles up here,
Uh-huh.
and you just got to watch out for them because they stick out into the field.
Ah, okay.
So, little heads up and a little bit of fair warning. That way, none of us get caught on one of those because, boy, the last thing we need is to have more issues, let me tell you.
Yeah, or more fines or fees or anything for breaking off telephone poles.
Well, yeah, I could only imagine what the electric company would do to us.
Or the customers around here that go off that power.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, they'd probably be pretty upset too. I imagine they would anyway. I know I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, we'll holler at you here in a little bit, and like I said, if you need something, just let me know.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, I'm going to keep at this and, yeah, just try to get this done here. So I will see you in a few. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, we are finishing up with this field. It's a pretty good sized field, to be honest. Of course, you know, with this planter, we make fairly short work of it in a hurry. Guess I better check and see how Fred's doing, if he's almost done up there. Fred, you got your ears on.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing back there?
I'm actually just finishing.
Are you really? Well, I just got done with the front.
Alrighty.
So that is perfect timing. I think we are in good standing to get over there and get those bales done up and get that out of the field then. I am impressed with our productivity here, to be honest.
Yeah, we did pretty good here.
I think we did. This front section's all planted. If you've got that back section done, man, we are golden. So I'm going to head back to the farm. I'm going to go ahead and get the baler hooked up and get things ready for you. If you want to just come behind and start picking up bales, I will leave you the New Holland and the bale cart, and you can just grab them and go.
Alrighty.
So that ought to work out pretty good. But I'll see you over there here in a few.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Well, everybody, I got back over here, got everything set up. Fred just got here. Hey, Mr. Fred. Oh, he hopped out. Well, I think he knows what he's getting ready to do, so once he gets inside the New Holland, we'll holler at him here. Mr. Fred,
Yes, sir.
you weren't joking. It didn't take you very long, did it?
No. No, you're not wrong. It took me a little bit, but not very much.
Yeah. Well, I decided I might as well get my money's worth out of this tractor. I think it's a little overkill for baling, but hey, might as well use it if I'm already in it and running.
Very true.
I can't think of anything as far as words of advice for you right off the bat, other than this might be a little interesting. I don't know how good, bad, or indifferent that's going to be, but we're going to get these bales done up as quickly as possible. If it starts raining, just hightail it for the shed.
All right.
I'm not going to get excited about that. I'll just, not worry about it.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah. Definitely overpowered. It's not even noticing this thing behind me, let me tell you. But boy, it sure is power hopping because of it. There we go. First bale is out. That's not too bad, Mr. Fred. I think I didn't think these windrows looked very good, but they could be kind of promising.
There we go.
Alrighty, everybody. Well, we're going to get to it once again. I know it's been a long time since I've done a third time lapse. It's a longer video, but stay with me. We'll see you here in a few. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, we're trying to hurry here. It just started raining on us right this second. Fred is patiently waiting to pick up anything that we leave behind. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. We're going to try and get this up. Hopefully it won't be too wet. Fred, got your ears on? Here comes one out the chute.
All right, I got you.
I think that'll be the last one.
I think so. I'll try to hurry and get it up to the shed.
Yeah, go ahead and get her up there in the shed. I'm going to rush this back in, and just when you get done, just put that in the shed. Put the tractor in the shed, in the big shed.
Alrighty.
I am officially done here. Boy, we got lucky, Fred.
Yeah, we did.
That was close.
Yeah. Really kind of, I don't know the proper terminology. Significant? Nah, it wouldn't be significant. Just, it was really interesting, the fact that we got down to that far and then it literally starts raining.
Exactly. I mean, you couldn't. It's almost like somebody timed it, you know?
Yeah.
But not us.
No. That's the funny part is.
Man, it's amazing how many bales we got off of there.
Yeah, quite a few.
I have 113 on this baler now.
Jeez.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to hop out of the cab and I'll talk to you here in person. All right, everybody. Well, we're just waiting on Fred. Hey, Fred. Oh,
Yes, sir.
hey, just pull that in the shed. Don't worry about backing that in there, my friend. I'll
Okay.
take care of that later. Let's get her out of the rain if we can. Boy, we got quite a few bales out of that. They're stacked up back there real good. Little more. Put your forks on the ground. There you go. Lift up just a hair right there and drive forward. A little bit more. That's good enough right there. That's close enough to being inside the shed for me anyway.
Yep, just washing the taillights. Well, no taillights. It's washing your hazard sign off. There
That's
we go.
right. That's right. I'm going to run over into this shed.
We planned that.
Oh, yeah. There is just no way that I just cannot believe that rain came in. But I'm not going to complain because guess what? It's rain.
And the hay is picked up.
And the hay
Two-
is out of the field.
That's 2 wins for me. Well,
That's
you,
right.
Us.
Yeah,
Us.
it is. Oh boy, listen to it. It's funny, the sky is still sunny over here, but that storm, man, you look off that way towards the east, it is just terrible.
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to let it rain. Thank you for your help today, Fred. I think we're going to call it in. Obviously, there's not much else we're going to get done today.
No, I don't think so.
So, yeah, let's call it in, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. See what this rain does, all right?
Yes, sir.
All righty, well, I'll let you get headed towards home here.
All right.
We'll get these doors rolled closed, and Fred can get on his way. Boy, he's up booking it. He's up booking it. He's going to get out of here, and that sure is a nice tractor he rented, and at least it's a little bit cheaper than mine was, but we got everything done. That's the important part. We got everything we wanted to get done. Okay. Run down through here to the house. There we go. Wave at Fred. Hey, he saw it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had a good time with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.